Hey everybody, this is Jyricos, and welcome back to the cave. Last time, we had a nice short little interlude where we went to a zoo, and we killed off a crystal monster and sent a hunter plummeting to her death. Yeah, business as usual for this happy-go-lucky team. And I gotta say, I didn't mention last time, but I like that the little shared adventures, like the one with the miner, the zoo, they're a little shorter. Since you have to go through them every time with different characters, like no matter who you bring, they could drag on dramatically, but they keep them short and sweet, so it's kind of nice. Anyway, we're going to head down the beach and see what awaits us as we head toward the water. We got a boat. I love the Hillbilly just hops in and I'm waiting. Let's go. It's a 3-seater boat. Let's have the time traveler hop in. Have her hop across. Can she? I never tried. Yeah, she actually can't float across this water. Interesting. Something I never found out. We got our postcard, and the knight will push the boat into the water. Right on through, and hop in.
Hey, anyone know any sea shanties? 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. Oh, that's more a bar song than a sea shanty. Ooh, I've got one. 99 bottles of rum on the wall, 99 bottles of rum.
That is a lot of sharks. Ooh, boy. But we arrived.
I'm rescued.
Rescued?
Shut up. After years on this blasted island, I can finally leave.
Finally leave.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up. I'm going to go collect my stuff and get my beloved dog Spanky so we can skedaddle.
Beloved dog.
Shut up.
Well, from stuck in a cave to marooned on an island stuck in a cave. Things aren't exactly looking up for our friends now, are they? No, they're not.
So we've got an island with a strange old hermit and a parrot, and apparently his dog Spanky, and we've got to find a way to get off the island. It's going to involve pushing the boat to the right to get it to the other side of the island, but it's going to be complicated.
Only 3 seats on the boat.
Now this is funny.
Good dog.
The parrot, if you stand here, will just say things that will sometimes be hints about what to do. Sometimes
All he wants a bratwurst.
they'll just be random.
Stupid parrot.
But let's go ahead and we'll just start wandering to the right and see what awaits us up here. Hey, we found the hermit's home.
When you get that boat of yours to the other side of the island, give me a shout. And I'll join you for the big rescue.
Big rescue.
Shut up.
I'm not sure how to break it to that adorable old hermit, but their boat only seats 3 people. Might I suggest to our 3 friends that they move the boat across the island very quietly?
Quietly.
Shut up!
I love that the narrator even interacts with the bird. But we have a cave painting. What's this one say? His great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. And she's about to do something very horrible. Oh boy.
To C6. After years on this blasted island, I can finally leave.
Finally leave.
Shut up.
Shut up.
I wonder if the dog is ranked.
Yeah, I don't think the dog is a ranked chess player. Anyway, we pushed the box down because we need it to keep moving to the right. We'll wander over. We've seen a couple pirate flags. Those will play an important role soon enough. But keep going. And our party members join us. Or one of them did. She's still in the boat. I think that's a glitch. I'm pretty sure they're both supposed to join you. Anyway, we've got the edge of the island. And another box. Grab it. There's a couple things under there. But the first thing we need to do is just move the box. Nope, leave the postcard. Move the box all the way to the left. because we need it to get up onto another high ledge. Once we get it over there, we'll go inspect those 2 items we uncovered. Perfect. We have a box of crackers. That'll play an important role shortly. And a can of corn. Now, remember back with the minor level, there was a can of corn that I said specifically you needed to destroy. Well, here's another can, and we have to find a way to destroy it for a hidden trophy. I'll show you how to get to it in a minute, but first, we've got a steamy underside of the island and a water valve, but the pipes are not connected. So we need to grab the pipe socket pieces and bring them around. We've already found one on our way by. Let's have the time traveler grab it.
Takes D5.
Perfect. Straight pipe. She can head to the right and bring it around. Let's actually have her go and drop it off right where the hillbilly is. He can bring it down to the knight. Because I want her to go back to that pirate flag, the first one we saw. Come along, time traveler. I really wish she would float over this one. It's kind of funny that she doesn't float over the water in this section. So she's going to wait here. Hillbilly, take the pipe down to the knight and plug up the spot. Perfect. Now the hillbilly is going to go up. You probably saw there was another pipe piece we've already come across up by the hermit. So let's run up there. Oop, did not mean to interact with that again.
Yours to the other side of the island, give me a shout. And I'll join you for the big rescue.
Big rescue.
Shut up.
Shut up.
So we have a cross pipe. There's, I'll tell you now, 3 different pieces of pipe. And we'll come across the 3rd one shortly, but we need this one to fill another spot. Run on through. Now, here's an interesting thing. Down below, you'll see a cave painting for the adventurer. There's actually a hook that she can swing from to reach that, but there's no way to get over there if you're not the adventurer. It's kind of funny that it's there, and when you bring her through, you use it to get one of hers, but it's funny that it's there even if she's not in the party. We found a pipe socket. Fill that up. And, speaking of cave paintings, here's one for the hillbilly. A broken heart. Yep, she chose the man of ordinary strength. Astoundingly average. So you can tell with the cave paintings, we've reached the end of, what happens with their stories right before something bad happens. These are actually the last cave paintings for each of them. Let's bring him over here, and I believe we need to go to the top one. I get a little turned around down below here. Perfect. Alright, we've got all the pipe socket pieces filled. Climb on down, and we can use, since we've used the pipe socket, we can use the water valve to actually bring some water down here. Perfect. Fill it all the way up. Yep, nothing else we can do with that. And time traveler, you're gonna push the boat in the water. 3-hour tour. Nice Gilligan's Island reference there. So, push the boat in the water, and you need to do this from both sides. The first person has to push it in the water, and the next person has to pull it out, because you can't push it from the left or get up to where it needs to go once you're in the water. So, it'll just slowly float over. Let's get her positioned back at the pirate flag.
King takes F7.
Yeah, about 1/3 of his statements are just chess moves that are random. So, we got it here. Grab the boat. Yeah, you're actually moving it through the island to get it to the other side. And let's go ahead and just hop over so we can start pushing it instead of pulling it. Now, the next thing is going to happen. We're going to push it into this water here. all the way till it lands. Perfect. And you'll notice there's a lever down there, but we can't do anything with it because, well, it's underwater. Instead, what we need to do... nope, don't want to go down here yet. I'm going to take the hillbilly back up to the other pirate flag and give the knight an opportunity to do something down here. So let's run him back up to the flag. And now with the knight, grab the creamed corn, the can of corn, because we want to bring it with us for this next part. Climb down the ladder here. Is there anything to the right? Nope, just fiery death. We're heading to the left instead. Keep going, and I'm specifically going to place the can of corn right here. You'll see why in a bit. But we have a pirate flag here, so we now have 3 of them, and our characters are situated at them. Grab the 3 flags, 1 for each of them, and when you get all 3, it opens the gate. And we got, well, a femur from the skeleton down here, the dead pirate. We also have some barrels of explosives. We have to grab these and roll them and set them up in a specific way. I'm going to tell you we need to blow up that rocky enclosure there. You probably figured something like that given what we did back in the Knight's story. Bring this over here to the edge of the ramp. No need to take it up the ramp yet. And bring the second one. The second one is the one that's a little hard to figure out exactly where it goes without some trial and error. But there's a few points on the screen that you can kind of judge it against. Put it about right here. Right in the middle of this weird little background thing. And you should be good. Watch, I'm going to eat my words now. Anyway, you have 3 explosive barrels. So, bring this one over and put it right where I put the can of corn. Directly under the rocks. And now, specifically, grab this and pull it up the hill. Pull it, don't push it. Because we get it close enough to the heat. The fuse lights from the sheer heat of it. Put it on the ramp and let it roll. I didn't have to bring the middle one quite so far. And we get a chain reaction of explosions with creamed corn. That's what you get specifically for destroying both cans of corn in the same playthrough. And it blew up those rocks. So we're able to, drain the water out and get the boat further. Nope, I need to go up and over. And bring the femur with you. It's going to be important as well. You're going to need it. Go ahead and hop on down to the boat. I love that there's, a trophy for destroying both the cans of corn because they're just seemingly unconnected. And really, it's for destroying this one because unless something weird happens, the first one will get destroyed just automatically thanks to the miner. Unless you go out of your way to avoid that. Anyway, the knight keeps moving to the right. And eventually, we'll get this lodged where we can't push it any further. There we go. And now, the final water valve, if you pull it, it creates some steam to lift up the hot air balloon. So, when you do that, it brings it all the way up. And now we can push this off to the right. So, let's do it and have it slide on down.
Whoopee! I'm finally getting off this island. I think I've got everything I need. Shove off any time.
I knew he was going to be trouble. Right here in Island City. Trouble with a capital T, which rhymes with P, which stands for... Hermit. Okay, that didn't quite work. But he's still trouble. Trouble with a capital H, which stands for Hermit. Ha! There, much better.
Let's get a move on. I've shut off the stove and stopped the paper. I'm not forgetting anything. Time to shove off and get back to civilization.
Oh yeah, he's trouble. And since we only have 3 seats, we gotta find a way to get him out of the boat. Anyway, bring the knight on through. He's got the femur here, that's gonna be helpful. Specifically, we want to take the knight and the hillbilly together. One with the box of crackers and one with the femur. Box of crackers is the first thing we need, and we're just going to leave the time traveler. We don't need all 3 of our characters. So, since she's all the way back there at the first flag, there's not really much call in bringing her along. But with the box of crackers, head over to the parrot. He wants a cracker, use one. And he hops on your shoulder. So now we've got him tagging along. And since he repeats noises, think of him like a living tape recorder. Also, if you jump in the water here, he will fly back to his perch. So you need to avoid touching the water or dying, because if you die, he also flies away. But we need to come up here to where the dog is. You might be seeing where this is going. It's time to bring the knight along. Bring that femur up with us to where the hillbilly and Spanky are hanging out. And when we get up there, we'll use the bone where the dog is, and we now have a bird that is barking like Spanky. Now you have to drop off the right side. Make sure you land right here. I've done it a couple times to make sure we got the exact fall point right. Because if you jump too far to the right, he will die and the parrot will flee back and you have to start over. Climb on down and head toward the hermit.
I forgot my dog. You wait here and I'll be back in a flash. Don't leave without us. Spanky gets his own seat, so someone will need to swim.
Yeah, I don't think so. So we've got our 3 party members and thankfully got the hermit leaving. We'll start hopping in the boat and time traveler. Nope, I don't want the box of crackers. I want you to grab the postcard. And yeah, we'll leave the femur. We don't have any need of it. Time traveler, you get to push it this time. Oh, nope, leave the femur. Postcard, perfect. Oh, wait, we don't actually have to push it. It's actually in the water. We just get all 3 of us together, and the parrot flies away.
I'm no lawyer, but maritime law clearly allows for the abandonment of annoying hermits. And really, the stranding of a lone hermit pales in comparison to what we've seen from these 3 so far. I do wonder if any lessons have been learned this evening. Maybe by you and me, but I fear not by them. Well, we shall see soon enough.
I love the sheer amount of sharks. It's just like, wow, this is kind of an imposing area. You definitely don't want to swim. But let the boat carry you onward, and eventually another drop. Now make sure we've got our postcard here. We're almost done with the postcard. It's been a long journey with it, but next episode, you're finally going to get the payoff for that. But that's all we're doing for right now. We've managed to go through quite a lot. I mean, hey, the hermit wanted to come with us, but I don't think we would have enjoyed having him along in our group. Also, there just weren't enough seats. If you've enjoyed this episode, make sure to click like and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter. And I will see you guys next time.